Welcome to the machine. Welcome to Rhonda Said. I'm Rhonda, and this over here, I did it right, is my friend Joe. She's
Hello,
one of my
hello.
friends. I have lots of friends that are best friends, but I don't have an official best friend.
I have
Hey,
several best friends.
hey, Pamela. And look, my hair is so long now.
It is very long.
And of course, I want to cut it off. Of course, I want to. Amy Hurst is here. I told you Amy might be here, Joe.
Hello, Amy.
And Ashley's here. All the
Ashley.
ladies, Ashley with the A. All the ladies in the A say, Yay! Yay!
Yay.
And Tish is here. Awesome. And Pamela's
Yes.
here. And it's great already. And thanks for waving. It's nice to see you, Amy. Amy's not feeling great today, but she's here anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. I hope you feel better.
That's right, Tish. Everybody give me a thumbs up because thumbs ups are important. And Rogue is here. I almost missed Rogue. Well, thank you, Miss Ashley. I think Joe looks spectacular.
I've got this thing on my phone right now. I can't see the chat, but it thinks I did it with the collective cosmetics in my mind's eye. I
And
didn't
yours,
realize I was going to go so smoky.
it's good though. I'm all pink and pretty.
Yeah, yours is beautiful.
I'm so rude. Watch me. I burp. I'm just like one of those dolls when you're little that eats food and poops. Except I drink beverages and burp. Well, I guess I eat food and poop too, but
I was going to say, you probably do the other two.
I used to call food future poop.
You're crazy.
Oh, Amy's husband thought he saw a beaver, but it was a cat. Beaver cat. Oh, thanks, Lorna. Lorna said we're both gorgeous.
Lorna's gorgeous.
Lorna is gorgeous. It's okay. We have enough makeup on for everybody.
Yeah, I have a lot on today.
And my highlighter
Mine,
on my nose is totally on point. Look at that. It's just
yeah,
like
it is. Mine's not as bright as yours.
well, mine is fancy.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Ooh, girl. Oh,
And look,
girl.
I even put earrings on. Oh, that one's backwards.
It's okay. I didn't notice. Very cute. I've got the Pat McGrath blush and highlighter on.
I used I actually used Cover FX Moonlight drops for my highlight today.
Ooh, Cover FX is nice. Rogue called it out. The baby alive doll. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. And I recorded a video before this of me unboxing a mystery box from FabFitFun, and it
Oh,
was
yay.
it was really good.
Yay.
I totally got my $29. I got more than my $29 worth out of it. And that'll be up. I'll try to get that up this week.
I really actually enjoyed FabFitFun.
I love FabFitFun.
I don't really miss the other ones, but I do kind of miss FabFitFun.
Well, if you ever want it again, I got a itch I had to scratch. I got some interesting things. Things that are full of interest. Oh, rehydration. Oh. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, Amy, and you should do a sheet mask if you have one.
Yeah.
Sheet masks
Pamper
are good.
yourself.
Elf's Holy Hydration. That's great. Elf is fantastic and reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Ginger ale. There you go, girl. When
And
your
even though
tongue,
Elf is kind of like some things have kind of went up in price. They didn't do a big jump like some of these other companies have really went up.
Yeah.
I was shook when I saw the drugstore prices.
Drugstore prices are crazy anymore.
Yeah, they're getting really high.
I was watching a video of one of my favorite drag queens, James Mansfield, and he was doing a get ready with me, and he was using some Elf primer, and it was like 17, not Elf, but NYX primer. It was like $17.
Yeah,
It's like that's
yeah,
like real money for a primer.
yeah. I mean, you can literally get stuff at Sephora for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was looking at Ulta the other day when I ordered that amethyst palette from ColourPop, and they have such a wide variety of stuff now from, yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, Ashley, she might have to leave abruptly, but we'll be here when she comes, if she can come back. But they have such a wide variety of prices for like serums and stuff, because like they have everything from Good Molecules and what's that other one called? The Ordinary.
Ordinary.
Yeah, they've got the Good Molecules and the Ordinary, and they've got fancy stuff like uh
I like
Chanel.
pharmacy, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, but pharmacy, you really feel like you're getting your money's worth,
Yeah,
though.
I don't mind paying for pharmacy.
No, pharmacy is so good. But, everything is just going up and up. And because inflation is crazy. I'm not going to get into politics or anything, but inflation rate lately has been just insane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Inky List. I've got some stuff in the Inky List, Tish. But I was commenting about Ulta, because Ulta's really, like we were talking about the other night, I think on Stash or Pass, or maybe Joe and I were just talking about it. But Ulta's really like becoming a full one-stop shop
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah. What do
Plus
you want,
pharmacy,
baby?
until makeup. Yeah. Oh, Ashley put in an offer on an apartment in New York, and it
Yay!
got accepted. Yay! That's the best. That is fantastic.
That's
Congratulations,
awesome.
everybody. I mean, that it's a tough market for housing right now. Housing is really
Yeah,
expensive. And
it
you got it.
is. We've been going through it. We did find one house we really liked, but um, this house we're not ready to put this one on the market, so it kind of.
Right. Rome and I do a game where we look at houses on Zillow and we save them, and then we watch them disappear as people buy them. But it gives us practice to like look at stuff and see what we like and what we don't like, and what part of town we want and don't want, and
Yeah.
it's fun. Speaking of fun, ladies, I don't think there's any gentlemen tonight, or there might be later, but tonight, instead of regular trivia, we're going to do weird laws from around the world, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I had a friend move to New York, Tish, because he'd become like some kind of masseuse, and he came back quick. He said he could not afford New York.
New York, New York, it's a hell of a town.
Yeah.
Go up and the sky comes down. I just that's half of a Beastie Boys line. Then I twist it with some Rhonda weirdness. But housing is expensive, especially in desirable places like New York and Chicago and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Baby girl, you gotta get down. Get down.
Oh, New York is so cool. Amy, you should go to New York with all your free time and money. Hey, BK. If you like
became.
saxophones. I like saxophones just fine. The weirdness is the best part. Thank you, Tish. I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to start with some weird law stuff.
I think I put my earrings in backwards.
Okay. Well, that's easily fixed. Easily fixed. Easily fixed.
Y'all didn't want me until I got online.
That's the way it always is.
Oh, Ro plays the saxophone.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That is cool. Get down.
Now, in Singapore, it's illegal to chew gum.
Wow.
And the reason why is their rapid transit system and the Housing and Development Board was spending over $150,000 a year to clean up gum litter.
Oh,
And so
wow.
in 1992, they banned all gum substances. So anyone importing, selling, or making gum in Singapore can get fined and/or jail time, with the exception of nicotine and dental gums offering therapeutic value. Isn't that weird?
That is crazy.
It is the super craziest. What's your favorite song to play on the saxophone, Rogue? I know, but I guess, they didn't want to spend that money scraping that gum, I think, because a lot of people don't handle the gum responsibly. And Tish and Amy are on the same page.
Did you know? Now, I don't know about the California one, but Walt Disney World in Florida, at the airport, you can't buy gum, and all around it, you can't find gum because they don't want gum in the park.
Right. That makes sense because gum is so nasty. And yeah, I can't do gum either because of my dental work. But Rogue loves to play the rose on saxophone. Some
Oh,
say love, it is a flower. Oh man, I can't sing the rose or I'll start crying like I did in 7th grade when we had to sing it in choir. And also, I don't remember all the lyrics. I guess that's fair.
oh, I'll get him.
Oh, get him. Get it. Get it. Got it.
Yeah.
In Canada, this is pretty weird. All these are all weird laws. So let me just preface that. Canada radio stations must play Canadian artists. So they're so patriotic in Canada that by law, 35% of the time, especially during the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, they have to play 35% of an hour of music has to be Canadian.
Oh, wow.
So they're stuck with Nickelback, Alanis Morissette, Celine Dion, Michael Bublé, and Justin Bieber, and then a bunch of other Canadian bands. That's right, Amy. Bieber all day.
I didn't know Justin Bieber was from Canada.
Yeah, he's a little Canadian YouTube discovery.
I did not know that.
And there's a lot more bands from Canada, but that's just so weird. And in Germany, it's illegal to run out of gas on the German Autobahn.
That's different.
Well, it's because they have dynamic speed limits that people drive more than 100 miles an hour. And if you run out of gas, you can face a big fine because it's a hazard. Because
Yeah.
if you can't walk on that highway because it's just unsafe. And if you have your vehicle stalled on the side of the road, uh, you're causing a hazard for all the people driving like a million miles an hour.
That's crazy.
The Autobahn. I like that.
Crazy.
It is crazy. What's the fastest you've ever driven, Joe?
Probably. Oh well, I did a normal situation 72 and a 70. Around that. I don't like the speed, but we did get to go on a track, and I did about 95, and it scared the hell out of me.
Wow. No thanks, Amy. 20-year-old minivans going 100. No thanks. I would just see them shake apart.
I didn't like it.
I've probably gone 100 miles an hour in a car before. And Tish has gone 120.
Well, the where we was on this track, I think it was we could have hit like 130, but I was too scared.
Well, those turns, that's the stuff that would scare me is going fast on those
Yeah,
turns.
it was too scary for me.
Well, but at least that was pretty cool. You got to go on a track.
Yeah.
And in Switzerland, it's illegal to hike naked.
Oh dang.
And it says that Swiss and German travelers decided to make naked hiking a thing a decade ago. And Swiss officials reminded folks that a public indecency law still exists and you can be fined if you're caught in the woods naked. In 2011, a Swiss man was fined more than $100 for his naked walk.
Oh wow.
Ooh, Amy had a high school beau that had a Porsche, so she's gone super fast. And
Jason had a Corvette, and he's been super fast.
and Rogue said she was in Montana. They had no speed limit. That's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
I had a Ford Escort that I went really fast in. And it was before there was this big freeway that goes around the city. And it was before it was finished. And it just had Gene Snyder. Amy knows what I'm talking about. Gene Snyder, before it was finished, used to end like right out by my parents' house. And so it didn't completely go around the city yet. And there was hardly any cops there ever. And people still go really super fast on the Gene Snyder all the time. You just have to be careful. I mean, freeway driving
Yeah.
is crazy. Crazy. I always pretend like everybody's packing heat, so I try not to be an asshole when I'm driving because I'm just sure that someone's going to shoot me.
Right.
Because that stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, it does. Do you know when we went to Jamaica? This is a true story. You know, the bus driver to get us to our Sandals resorts and everything, he was asking everybody where they were from and being real chatty. And we were like, Tennessee. This is what he said. He said, "Oh, that's where they have road rage and shoot each other." I'm like, "That's what you know about my state?" And that's it.
Right. That's so funny. Ashley, I could see you having a lead foot, girl. All
Jason
5 foot.
has the lead foot.
I have a little bit of a lead foot. Like, if you like certain insurance companies, if you put like a little monitor on your car and they monitor your driving habits and stuff, you can get cheaper
Yeah.
insurance. Now, Rome
Yeah.
has that on his car, but I won't drive the legal limit. I always speed.
See, I had it when I used to drive. They actually pulled it from my OnStar.
Yeah, I don't have
I
OnStar.
I could turn it in through my OnStar. You can also get something that fits into the car somehow. I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, the insurance company provides it for us for Rome, and
Yeah.
it's because we've got State Farm. Yeah, I'd be screwed too, Amy. That's why we don't do it, so I don't jack up our insurance.
Ashley, listen, Jason was so mad when Google Maps started to, at the bottom, it'll post the speed limit and then it posts how fast you're driving. And I'd be on Google Map. I'd be like, you're driving too fast. He hates it.
That's so funny. It is fancy. And it's illegal to feed pigeons in Venice, Italy. And they have a square there called St. Mark's Square, and there's a lot of tourists. And so the pigeons come all the time, and they made it illegal to feed them because the cleanup from the bird was it cost each citizen 275 euros a year to clean up the pigeon crap.
I'm sure. I mean, our neighbor has like 25 birdhouses, and our cars, we can't wash them enough. They are so covered in bird poop.
Oh, I'm sure that's so gross.
It's awful. Like our new neighbors on the other side, they said, do y'all have a problem with birds pooping on your cars like a lot? And we had to explain to them that our older neighbor had 25 birdhouses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good, Amy. Amy and her husband like to feed the squirrels, though.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm an animal lover. I'll feed anything.
BK wants to know which is worse to clean, pigeon poop or already been chewed
I'd
gum.
say gum.
Gum is worse because you can hose off pigeon poop, but you can't hose
Yeah.
off gum.
Yeah, I'd definitely say gum.
Oh, Amy said they had a northern flicker the other day. What's a northern flicker? Is that a kind of squirrel, Amy? Because I don't know. I don't know that much about squirrels. But
Ours must be called southern flickers because their tails are like. They get so mad here and their tails start going.
Right. Oh, it's a woodpecker. They had a woodpecker.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a bird. That's cool. BK knows.
Oh,
BK's down.
Amy, I think she would think this is cute. We went to Gatlinburg, Amy, and I kept seeing this squirrel go up this hollow tree, back down, up and down. And I finally figured out he was going up this hollow tree, dropping nuts because I could hear this ting, ting, ting. The nuts are going all the way back down because the tree's hollow. And this squirrel was just working his butt off. And I'm thinking that poor thing is getting the same nut every time.
Wow. Amy says it's a huge woodpecker. So you're saying you saw a giant pecker?
I knew that was coming.
How could I not? It was like a setup. Like I had to do it. Like I had to.
I gotta show off my new shirt.
Oh, it's so cool.
I love it.
It looks comfy too.
It is, and it's like soft, but not that super thin soft that you know if you wash it too many times it's gonna fall apart.
Right. Well, that's the thing about Torrid clothes, man. They're so well made.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. Everybody's like, it's high. I was like, one, if you catch your stuff on sale, it's not that bad, and two, it's going to last forever.
All right. Okay. This is weird. Don't wear your Winnie the Pooh t-shirt in Poland because the cuddly bear all stuffed with fluff also does not wear pants. And because of this, Poland issued a ban on Winnie the Pooh around playgrounds and schools, finding the A.A. Milne character a bit too risque for the likes of impressionable children. So
but
they think
he doesn't have genitals.
Yeah, but he doesn't have pants. So in Poland, they think that he's a flasher.
That's so weird. I could understand like if there was like a mound or a butt crack, but there's nothing there.
Right. I mean, nobody, out of all the things that could be sexualized, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No, I don't. I mean, it's so innocent and sweet. I know he has no genitals. He's just smooth down there.
Yeah, I don't understand. Are they not allowed to buy teddy bears unless they have pants?
I don't know, but Winnie the Pooh specifically. But think if he did have genitals, big old bear junk. Oh my gosh. I don't now I've got a picture of Winnie the Pooh with genitals in my head. With big old junk. What are you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'm gonna
Thankfully,
get you drunk off these humps. I think that's the way it goes.
but these humps, these lovely lady lumps. I know
Donald
Donald
Duck
Duck.
is pantless.
That's right. At least Daisy Duck wears a dress. But I think her ass hangs
Pluto
out.
ain't got no clothes on. Pluto just butt naked.
But Pluto is a dog.
Does
I think
Goofy wear pants?
who?
Goofy.
Goofy, he wears a bow tie. I think Goofy wears pants.
I am going to look it up because I
Oh,
don't remember.
he's talking about the bear that steals picnic baskets. Oh, baskets. Yogi, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yes,
boo boo.
Goofy does wear pants. He wears blue
Hey,
jeans.
boo boo. Would you like a picnic, a basket? That was a terrible Yogi the Bear impression. But Yogi the Bear was awesome when I was little. Yeah, Goofy wears a full outfit, and Amy says high water pants. He's not well, but at least he's not naked. That's crazy. Oh, and in France, men must wear Speedos on French beaches because it's a law that French men do not wear loose fitting swim trunks on beaches and swimming pools where a swimsuit is a required attire. The law wasn't for safety, but rather that men wouldn't dare walk around town in a Speedo. If he wears a Speedo in the water, he would surely be cleaner than something he'd been wearing all day long. This need to avoid clothing could also have been worn throughout the day extends to t-shirts. You'll need to lose those as fast as your surfer shorts. So that's weird.
That is weird.
Because, you always see pictures of, like, I've been to Europe, but I never went to a European, like resort beach. Like, I went to some beaches, but it was like rough water and stuff. Yeah, Speedos are law.
That's crazy.
That's why these are some wild and wacky laws. I know that, and you see all that junk, Lorna, in the Speedos. And, sometimes that water's cold. Like George Costanza, there was shrinkage. The water was cold. There was shrinkage.
I don't know. When we went to Jamaica and we went on that party boat to go snorkeling and stuff, there's so many cultures that a lot of men did wear Speedos, and I was almost embarrassed to even look their way. Like, you know what I mean? It was like,
Right.
you're almost naked.
Right. Yeah. Amy says tricking your man and going into a Speedo zone is expensive but excellent punking. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in a Speedo. I already know what he looks like. I don't need to see him in a Speedo. Yeah, I'm sure Brian would die. I can't imagine. No thanks. I don't think that that's doing anybody any favors.
No, Jason don't even like to wear his boxer briefs too snug, much less a Speedo.
All right. It's illegal to wear a suit of armor in British Parliament. And we know that you've been dying to don your suit of armor to visit Parliament during your next trip to London, but this is an ancient law dating back to 1313 that prohibits it. The Brits could revoke the law, but armor really isn't necessary as fashionable as it was in the Middle Ages. Why should they bother? Weird. Weird. Since 1313, it's been. I guess they don't want people to attack you.
I don't know.
Some of these laws, some of these laws give you some explanations. That one, not so much.
Yeah,
It's illegal to ride a cow drunk in Scotland.
that's probably good.
Yeah. It says before you have too much Scotch whiskey, you should know you could get a ticket for riding drunk drunk cow riding. Technically, the 1872 law mandates people not be drunk when in charge of a cow, horse, carriage, or steam engine. And you're wondering if the law states that you cannot have a loaded firearm while drunk as well. Uh, but so you can't have a loaded gun and be drunk riding a cow, horse, or steam engine. Just weird. These are weird. And it's illegal to wear camouflage in much of the Caribbean. Leave the camo attire at home when you head to the Caribbean. To wear it as a big no-no in many island nations, including Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbuda, and Jamaica. Camouflage is only allowed to worn by the country's military personnel.
Oh wow.
Can the cows be armed? Can load a gun on a sheep? Oh my God. I will tell you a story.
Uh-oh.
It's a scary story. I went to Ireland. Yeah, I went to Ireland with my college in when I was 33, and it was to study women's Irish literature and to do an ethnographic study of the town. To just kind of do a sociological study of the town and how they act and live and stuff. And me and this girl, the first day we got there, we went on a big walk, and we walked to this football field, and then we were walking all the way back, and we're coming down this hill. And this is really rural Ireland. Like there's like farmers everywhere and, bogs and, it was it was the countryside. And this
Ah,
guy comes, he's like blocking the road, and he's like, oh, there's another one,
I got
Joe.
him.
Okay. And he was like, oh, you guys are, you all aren't from around here, because it's obvious, because it's a tiny town of like 750 people. So it's obvious that we're tourists. And we're like, yeah. He's like, where are you from? And we're like, we're from Kentucky. He's like, oh, do they have farms in Kentucky? And we're like, yeah. So we're like, yeah. And he's like, well, do they have cows in Kentucky? And we're like, yeah. He's like, do they have sheep in Kentucky? We're like, yeah. And the next thing I know, this guy is showing us his junk. He just thought it was okay to expose himself to some college students that were in town.
But those aren't questions that I would think would lead up to that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like,
Right.
are you girls single? Are you blah, blah, blah? It's like, you got cows, you got sheep. Well, here's my penis.
Yeah. So we
It's
were
really
sexually,
weird.
yeah, that was a sexual assault on us. That was just a way to kick off the tour of the town.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's not a proper segue, but it came up. It's just a weird thing, and that was just a weird thing that happened. But we were talking about junk. Well, think about it. We were talking about junk. We were talking about speedos, and we talked about sheep and horses and cows.
It's so strange. I mean, that's like
But
my friend when they did the European trip for college. They went, she was real flirty with this one guy. And I guess where they were at, I didn't get to go on the trip. I was Poe. But nudity was fine. There's flyers of where you can go see nude people and stuff like that. And he just pulled her tube top right down. Like, and he thought that it was acceptable.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
It's so
That's not
weird.
cool. That's not cool.
That is so weird.
Where in Europe was that?
It was some nightclub they went to. I'd have to ask where exactly they were at because they were going through all kinds of things like Europe, France, all kinds of places.
So it could have been anywhere random Europe.
Yeah,
That's right, Ashley. Don't be surprised about what what comes up. What comes up on my lives because you just never know, girl. That's why you gotta stay tuned.
yeah, right.
That's right. Oh, here is something. No selfies with the Buddha in Sri Lanka. When you're taking your selfie with the Buddha with a booty,
A booty.
with a Buddha, you're turning your back to him. Tisk tisk. This is a sign of disrespect, punishable by imprisonment in Sri Lanka. It's also considered disrespectful to point your finger at Buddha, and sometimes there are bans on taking photos with the statues. Though it's not illegal to have tattoos of a Buddha, a British woman was jailed for 3 days in 2014 for inappropriate tattoos of the man 70% of Sri Lankans felt is a prophet, an avatar of the god Vishnu. So be polite and cover tattoos, respect no photography signs, and don't turn your back on the Buddha in Sri Lanka.
Right.
Sri Lanka. I was planning on going to Sri Lanka this spring. No, I wasn't. What about finger guns? No finger guns, because that could be considered pointing. And definitely don't have tattoos of Vishnu doing something inappropriate.
Right.
Vishnu. Vishnu, we're here. It's illegal to wear a mask in public in Denmark. Not only masks, but any face coverings and I guess this has changed
I
because
would say so.
face coverings in any way in public spaces, including masks, helmets, scarves, hats, fake beards, and even burqas. That happened. That ban went into effect in 2018, but I bet you that's changed since COVID.
Yeah, I would say it has. I mean, might not, but I would say it has.
Oh, Denmark's pretty civilized and part of the scientific world. I'm sure they don't want people to get COVID. I'm sure that's changed.
Right.
Oh my gosh. If you registered as married at a hotel in North Carolina, it makes it so. So let's say a man and woman walk into a hotel in North Carolina, request to share a room. They claim they're married. By common law, marriage rules state that man and woman would legally be married. The couple outwardly present themselves as husband and wife to the public. They are deemed common law marriage, and that is honored and valid in North Carolina.
Wow.
So you may want to be careful about what you say in North Carolina when you share a hotel room with someone. That's crazy. Think about also leave the kids outside while shopping, causing bigamy for cheaters. That's right. We want to get those bigamists.
Oh, I'll have Kit Kat in the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Cat's in the bathroom. I think that that's crazy. I guess if Rome and I wanted to be common law married, we'd have to go to North Carolina and say that we were married, get in a hotel room. That is wild. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. That would really suck, especially if you were like teenagers. Oh, North Carolina's getting snow and ice. I wish we would get some snow. I want more snow. But it was like 45 today. Are we getting any snow, Amy? I haven't looked at the weather today. Probably not. Probably not. Hey, Sylvia. Yeah, we got a tiny dusting, which was nice to have just a little bit of snow to look pretty. Just a wee bit. Sylvia, how are you this evening? It's so good to see you. Let's see. I'll look at the weather here. It's 40 degrees and it's going to rain tomorrow. A 90% chance of rain. That sucks. It's a COVID NATO. Yeah, everybody's getting sick. You can't hardly escape it anymore. It's illegal to be shirtless in Barcelona. Barcelona.
Well,
In effect, an effort to keep the streets of Barcelona free of beachgoers in bikinis and men going shirtless, lawmakers in the Spanish town on the Mediterranean banned anyone from being topless or in a swimsuit in public anywhere but a beach or a pool. That passed in 2011, and fines for walking around half naked could cost you up to 260 euros. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Ooh. Taking down your Christmas decorations. Yeah, it is good that you're finally doing that, Sylvia. That is good. And it's illegal to wear lacy undies in Russia.
how would they know?
Sorry, ladies and gents, but Russia doesn't want you wearing anything lacy underneath your clothes. A 2014 law in Russia, Belarus, and Kazakhstan states undergarments must be made with a minimum of 6% of cotton. Why? They claim it's for health and safety. While women across the nations protest the law, in effect, you can no longer buy lace garments. How they'll know what you have on underneath is another subject.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I mean, do the police go by and say, "I need to see your underwear"?
Pardon! Instead of like, pardon me, sir, do you have any Grey Poupon? Pardon me, ma'am, do you have any lacy undies? I couldn't tell you last time I had a pair. I guess I had some undies that had like some cotton undies that had a little lace trim around the top with elastic. But
Yeah, I've got some of those.
it's X-ray glasses. That's right, Amy. They
I know
got
the last time I wore lacy underwear, my wedding day. It was it. That was a
yeah,
long time ago.
yeah. Lacy. I like breathable. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, it's illegal to dance in the dark after midnight in Japan. Japan was like the country version of the movie Footloose. Dancing after midnight was banned for generations as it was too sinful. Well, it was really just too American. Enacted in 1948 while the U.S. soldiers occupied Japan, the ban was placed to stop liberal Americans from corrupting the good citizens of Japan. Finally, lifting the ban in 2105, you can dance after midnight as long as it's not in the dark.
Well,
Revolution. That's in the future. We're not in 2105 yet. That's crazy. That is just weird.
it is weird.
It is, Sylvia. It is the dumbest laws in the world. That's exactly what this is. You miss the one in Poland, they won't let you have Winnie the Pooh on stuff because he's not wearing pants. You must hang artwork in Wyoming buildings. In the great state of Wyoming, any public building erected must have art displayed valued at 1% of the building's cost, although not to exceed $100,000. The artwork
Oh wow.
has to be approved as art, so hanging a picture sketched on a post-it won't do. That is crazy. So right, so hopefully you could have a picture of Pooh Bear in Wyoming waving a Polish flag, wearing a pair of Speedos. We could put a bunch of them all together. That is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You cannot die without a pre-purchased burial plot in a part of France. In the Saupignon, you cannot die in the city limits unless you already have your burial plot purchased at the local cemetery. It has to do with the fact that the cemetery is full, so the mayor issued an ordinance in 2008, and he said offenders will be severely punished.
But you're dead, so how can you be severely punished?
I don't know, girl. That doesn't make any sense. These are the
No.
crazy laws, though. These are the crazy laws.
I mean, we can't say much because I looked up Tennessee crazy laws, and I mean, there was stuff like you can't pass a donkey if he's sweating on the right side of the road, or
Right. I know. It doesn't make any sense. You must walk your dog daily in Rome, that's a good law. Rome's
Yeah, I
strict
like
laws.
that law.
They have strict laws against animal cruelty, including the walking of pet dogs. If an owner does not walk their dog once a day at minimum, it could be fined $625. The
Good, I
law,
like that one.
the law extends to goldfish as well. While they cannot be walked, they must have room to swim. Goldfish are not allowed to be kept in bowls and must instead have a full-sized aquarium. Hey, Holly. Hey, Joy. It's good to see you guys.
Hey, Holly. Hey, Joy.
So they are serious about their animal cruelty laws. Like, you got to walk your
Good.
dog. You got to have an aquarium for the goldfish. That's wild. Uh-uh-uh. It's illegal to build a sandcastle in Spain. Spain despises your attempt at making sandcastles so much that you can be fined if caught building one in Spain. And fines vary by location at their discretion. On the island of Majorca, for example, you could pay 100 euros, but you could pay 1,500 euros in Galicia. And before you ask, yes, kids are included in this restriction, and parents foot the bill.
That's wild. I feel like
Science.
that's kind of petty, but just because you don't like a 3-year-old's art in the sand, I mean, that's kind of petty.
You gotta get caught. Do you think there's like a sandcastle patrol? Like Baywatch, except it's like sandcastles?
Right? They come through on their four wheeler and run right over it.
That's right. Someone maybe it was a bunch of penises, like, penises that look like a castle, and they were against those. I don't know. It's all about junk tonight. It all comes back to penises. Speedos getting exposed by some strange Irishman. Winnie the Pooh having junk. It all comes back to that. I'm losing my mind. Now, it's illegal to reincarnate without permission in China. Tibetan monks are not allowed to reincarnate after they die unless they've been granted permission from the government. We're not sure how they enforce this, but China is known for having some strict laws. How the hell? That makes my brain lock up.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know? How do you know? You don't even know. That goes into like crazy. That's crazy town.
Yeah.
Chinese afterlife is rough. It sounds like it. I guess you have to get permission. I guess maybe you get to choose your ultimate form. You know, like like a like the Wonder Twins. Form of a giant eagle. Shape of an iceberg. It's illegal to kill Bigfoot in British Columbia, Canada. When people first began citing Bigfoot or Sasquatch in the 1800s in British Columbia, they made it illegal to kill him, her, or it. No one has ever
Bye,
captured.
Ashley.
Bye, Ashley. Did I see upload? No. Have a safe trip, Ashley. Exactly, Joy. Don't go there. But no one's ever captured proof of this hairy giant creature. But if you should find it and kill it, you could be fined up to $250,000. If
Oh,
you don't,
wow.
you have to have a proper hunting license. And Washington State, just below the border, has a similar law. Upload on Netflix or Prime? No, I've not seen Upload on Netflix or Prime. I don't know anything about it. What's it about, Amy? I do not know. We're coming up close to an hour, Tish. I've been live for 51 minutes, so we're going to wrap up in just a couple. It goes fast, man. When we do the trivia and the facts, it goes super fast. But we've been watching some pretty funny stuff on HBO. There's this show called like The Astonishing Gemstones, and it's a satirical look at a family religious group. It's pretty funny. Oh, good, Tish. Definitely take a break. It's illegal to wear a fake mustache in an Alabama church. If your fake mustache makes people laugh, save it for anywhere but church, as it's illegal in Alabama. The point of this silly law is that you're not to interrupt the service. So you can wear a fake mustache at church just as long as it doesn't elicit laughter. I know, Joy. What time zone are you in, girl? And in Bolivia, married women can only have one glass of wine. If you're single, drink up. But if you're married, just one glass of wine. This sexist law is due to the belief that alcohol may make women more immoral. A husband could actually divorce her if she's drinking in public. Oh, I was just asking Joy. I'm Eastern time. I know you're not Eastern time, Tish. I was just wondering because, it's just weird that she always catches us at the end. Cheesecake Factory bread. That sounds delicious, Amy.
It does sound good.
And men cannot wear strapless gowns in Florida. Despite what takes place in South Beach world-renowned drag clubs, it's actually illegal for a man to wear a strapless gown in Florida. However, it doesn't say that they cannot wear dresses with spaghetti straps, cap sleeves, or long sleeves. All right. I love brown bread. I love some brown bread, not all brown bread. With that, because I know there's some drag performers in Florida that are definitely wearing dresses that are strapless.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here. And thanks to everybody for being here with us tonight. And I think that the Weird Laws was a pretty good success tonight.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. It's pretty fancy and fun. And remember, you can't ride a cow drunk in Scotland.
Yeah. But you sure can in Tennessee.
That's right, girl. Ride 'em, cowgirl. All right. Well, you guys have a fantastic evening. I will be back next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. And I love you all.
Love you. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.